Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market here. We're sitting at that 20.67 level. Haven't moved a whole lot here in the last few days. Continuing to see overall momentum sitting in that bullish trend zone. Also seeing breadth in that bullish trend zone and sentiment at that extreme end of that bullish trend zone. If we take a look at buy-sell ratio, we're seeing that still below 1, sitting at 0.78. Didn't move much yesterday either. You can see that level right here. When we're sitting at less than 1, it just means that this red line is above the green line. If this number down here is greater than 1, that means that the green line is above the red line. So overall market database currently sitting just with a slight bearish tone to it in terms of the breadth. We are also seeing breadth sitting at some some of those areas here. We've been talking about these larger indices, the Dow, S&P, Russell, NASDAQ 100. These are all buy-sell ratios still above 2 on the Dow, S&P 500. So we'll keep an eye on that. We've been referencing these over the last few days, so we can kind of keep an eye on that as well and see how this is changing with that other buy-sell ratio, which is the entire database. So we're seeing definitely a concentration in real large cap S&P names, ultimately that are moving the market here. Right here, you're seeing Russell 2000 at a 0.52 buy-sell ratio. So the overall breadth is just not really wide breadth as far as the overall participation, meaning the number of stocks that are participating in this uptrend. So certainly see the latter part of this rally concentrated on large cap. If we take a look at some of the sectors, see if we had any adjustments yesterday, we did see a few of those shorter term trends sectors start to move back up again. If you recall from yesterday, we had, I believe there were 5 or 6 in downtrend. So again, right at these levels where we're seeing this back and forth between uptrend, downtrend, not necessarily, and these are still buy the dip scenarios. These are pullbacks that we're looking to add into still because we are in an uptrend. That's the overall bias until that really reverses. The only risk is that we are at the top end of that range, but it is a very strong bull market with lots of momentum, so we don't necessarily want to try to be moving against that trend. If the Fed is talking today, so it could be market moving as well. That really is a major point that the market is still concentrating on, and that is interest rates. So if we take a look at bonds right here, we're seeing this chart that we've been talking about, this upper range right here, an attempted shot at a new uptrend, and it's just still continuing to work in this overall downtrend here. A little bit a slight move here back to the upside yesterday. We'll see what bonds do today after the Fed talks and ultimately what ends up happening there as well. But remember that when bonds are moving down, that interest rates are moving higher. So we don't want to see that. We want to see bonds doing this. Bonds moving higher, this chart moving higher, that means interest rates will be moving lower. The market will welcome that as well. If we take a look here at going over to commodities, see what oil did. Oil still advancing that overall uptrend. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on your oil stocks as well. But economically, this also could be another potential headwind, increasing oil prices. And then let's look at gold. Gold is kind of that flight to safety, flight to quality type of asset that over the last 10,000 years has been a store of value. So we'll see if that ends up happening here as well. If gold these are approaching, if not all-time highs, it's getting very close, but this is a nice confirmation continuation pattern when you get these really big uptrends and then just kind of a sideways consolidation as it's resting from that uptrend and could continue that overall breakout right here. Let's take a look at some muscle stocks for today. SPIR, which had a big move yesterday, and sometimes those big breakouts, massive volume, and then some fading towards the end of the day. But I'd keep an eye on that one. Fascinating company as well in aerospace, having to do with satellites. A pretty cool industry, pretty cool company there as well. APLN also continuation of its overall uptrend and a good confirmation breakout here. We were able to get into and still in that trade for the most part, and good follow through there on ALPN. Also seeing REAL in the upper group today. Retail stock, I believe, consumer products. Interesting chart pattern here with a really strong move from that $1.50 to $4, all in about 3 or 4 days, and now it's been working on a retracement and a solid bar right there on REAL. That may be one to include into your watch list, and keep an eye on that one over the next few days as well. When you have this much momentum and you have big volume and then you get a retracement of that move, this is going to be a demand zone for this stock. Keep an eye on that one throughout the remainder of this week. If you'd like to join me each morning in my Discord channel where we're managing what's called a wheel portfolio, that wheel portfolio is where we're adding into a new stock each day, and then we're managing that stock through its entire trend cycle, adjusting the stop losses, managing the upside targets as far as rebalancing the portfolio. You can learn more about the wheel portfolio in the link in the description of the video here, and we look forward to having you. Have a fantastic day today.